It's good to be in church tonight. I'm thankful for the move of the Spirit. I'm thankful for a church that's alive. Like the song said, we're alive. He's alive. We got to be alive if He's alive. He's a living God. Amen. We're going to read from Matthew 6:6. There we go. But thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet, and when thou hast shut thy door, pray to the Father which is in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. You may be seated. I want to give honor to my pastor. Bishop, I thank you for this opportunity. I love you, sir. I'll give honor to Brother Easter. There you are. Look forward to your message. Always love it when you're here. This verse was quoted by, or used in a teaching service by Brother Joe Austin, Wednesday night, October 22nd, 2022. I think I got that right. But he also said something that I'll never forget in that service. The secret chambers are what's under attack. From the wisdom of Brother Joe Austin. I really appreciated that. I wrote it down, and I never forget it. And even to this day, I think about it. I'm currently reading a book called The Shadows by Nicholas Carr. Good book. I recommend it. It talks about what the Internet's doing to our brain and has done to our brain. He's got a part in there. I wanted to give you a little sampling of it. There's a man by the name of Friedrich Nietzsche, and I guess I'm saying that right, from 1878. And he had trouble with his eyes, and he was a writer, and he was going blind. And a few years back, they had invented the typewriter. So he thought, well, I can learn this typewriter, and I can still write with my eyes closed. And so he did that. He got that typewriter, learned how to write again with his eyes closed, so he could still be a reporter or a journalist. And then the people started saying, well, your writing has changed. It has become more forceful. It's more mechanical. And he says, yeah, our writing equipment takes part in forming our thoughts. Now that was almost 150 years ago. Look where we're at today with our writing equipment. But not just our writing equipment, everything we do. Our writing equipment, our reading equipment, our books that we just listen to, all the things that we do. Social media is how we communicate with each other. Pastor Towns mentioned some of this communication stuff last Wednesday about prayer and fasting. But one of the things that I wanted to tell you about was, even in my time, when I was in the Navy in the 80s, I used to have to write letters to my wife. We were out to sea. Sometimes it'd be weeks before you heard anything back. And let me tell you how precious that letter was when you got it. I see there's some old salts in here. That letter was so precious, I had to wait for it. I had to anticipate it. And when I got it, I read it 15 times. And then when I wrote back, I was able to put my passion into that letter. And I wrote it by hand. I didn't have a typewriter or a computer or the internet or email. I just wrote her my thoughts, all that by hand. And when she got that back, she anticipated it the same. And when there was a mail call, the whole ship was excited. Mail. That's the way we communicated back then. And I could go on and on and on about stories about that. But why is this important? It's because we have changed so much in our skills over the time since even this man wrote with a typewriter. But God has not changed. His form of communication has not changed. We still need to pray. We still need to go into those secret chambers where we can find the answer, where we can get our breakthroughs. That has not changed. God never changes. This has not changed. I still like my Bible. Brother Easter, got my Bible. I still love my Bible. I've got a bunch of Bibles. I've told y'all that before. But my thing is this secret chamber thing, because as Brother Austin said, it's the secret chambers that are under attack in our time. It's not just that they're under attack, but we are so bombarded with every kind of distraction you could even think of. The book goes on to talk about that. It talks about how we can't hold our attention. We get bored from sitting in a service or get bored from trying to listen to a Bible. Well, we need to read our Bible. We get bored in that because we're not used to doing that. Everything's so quick. We get the next quick fix on Google or whatever it is. But God does not change. He still wants that word in you fully. I'm so thankful for our Bible quizzers. They're getting the word fully. You want answers, you want to know the will of God? You go into those secret chambers that are under attack, and you push back against those attacks. You spend your time there. When I waited for those letters, it took weeks. But I waited. There was no other way to do it. There was no other way to communicate. There was no other way to hear back but to wait. Sometimes we have to wait on God. There's no other way. You can't rush that. And I just want to encourage you today. We've got a God that loves us. He does not change, and He's there for us. We need to spend time with Him in those secret chambers and not let the world's way affect us, not let it destroy our train of thought. Amen? So that's what I wanted to encourage you with today. It's good to be in church, and I'm so thankful for the Word. I look forward to what God's going to do. Amen?